You ever been in a room with someone and felt like they're paying extra attention to you, but you can't quite put your finger on why? Maybe she gave a slight glance, a flick of the hair, or a casual touch on her arm, and suddenly your mind races. Is she thinking about me? Well, buckle up, because today we're diving into the subtle, almost secretive body language that tells you she might just be obsessing about you. First of all, let's get one thing straight. Women's body language. It's like a hidden language in itself. A little eyebrow raise, the way she moves closer when you're talking, or even how she sits around you can reveal more than you think. And guess what? Most guys are totally oblivious. But not you, not anymore. Let's crack the code. Number 1. The eye contact game. Eye contact is one of the most powerful ways to gauge someone's interest. When a woman is thinking about you, her eyes won't lie. It's not just about catching her looking at you, it's how she looks at you. If her glance lingers for a second too long, or if she sneaks quick looks when she thinks you're not watching, she's signaling that you're on her mind. But there's another layer to this. If you're in a conversation and her pupils seem to dilate, that's a biological response to attraction. Pupil dilation happens when we're excited or interested in someone. So, while she might not even realize it, her brain is sending you a silent message: I'm drawn to you. One more thing, if she's nervous or shy, she might do that quick glance away when you catch her staring. This doesn't mean she's uninterested. In fact, it could be the opposite. That fleeting eye contact followed by a bashful look away is like a mini game of hard to get. Her mind is on you, and it's written all over her face. Number 2. The subtle touches. Touch is a universal way of showing interest and establishing connection, but in the case of women, it's often more nuanced and subtle. If she's making frequent soft touches, like brushing her hand against yours or lightly touching your arm when she laughs, this is a huge indicator that you're on her mind. It's not just accidental contact, it's deliberate, and it serves to break the touch barrier. These light touches release oxytocin, the bonding hormone, which fosters feelings of connection and closeness. It's like her brain is finding ways to keep you within her orbit. And when she touches her own neck, face, or hair while talking to you, it's a subconscious way of drawing your attention. She's emphasizing her attractiveness, almost as if to say, I want you to notice me. It's not always about big, bold gestures. Sometimes the smallest, most delicate touches are the loudest signals that you're on her mind. Number 3. Mirroring your moves. Mirroring is a fascinating psychological phenomenon that happens when two people are in sync. When someone likes you, they subconsciously mimic your gestures, posture, and even your tone of voice. It's their brain's way of building rapport and saying, I'm like you, and I feel connected to you. So, if you're crossing your legs and she does the same, or if you lean in and she follows suit, it's her body's way of reflecting her attraction. But mirroring doesn't just stop at physical actions. If she's mirroring your mood, your speech patterns, or even the rhythm of your conversation, this is a deeper form of connection. She's trying to establish a bond that goes beyond surface-level attraction. And here's the key. People only do this with those they're genuinely interested in. So if she's subtly copying your movements or energy, her mind is attuned to you, almost like she's syncing up with your frequency. Number 4. Her feet are talking. It sounds strange, but her feet can tell you a lot about what's going on in her head. When a woman is thinking about you, her feet often point in your direction, even when her body might be facing elsewhere. This is a subconscious cue. Her body is literally gravitating toward you, even if she's trying to play it cool on the surface. In psychology, it's known as body orientation, and feet are often the most honest part of the body. People can control their facial expressions or hand gestures, but feet? They tend to be more honest. If her feet are consistently pointed at you, even when she's talking to someone else, her mind is still locked onto you. Now, if she's crossing her legs towards you when seated, that's another clue. This can signal she's feeling a bit vulnerable around you, which often happens when someone is emotionally or mentally focused on a person they like. It's as if her body is trying to protect itself, all while being drawn towards you. Number 5. Fidgeting, but make it cute. Fidgeting is one of those classic nervous habits, and when a woman is thinking about you, she may unconsciously start fidgeting more. Whether it's playing with her hair, adjusting her clothes, or twirling a piece of jewelry, these actions are often signs that you're on her mind. It's not so much about her being uncomfortable, she's just a bit more self-aware in your presence. This nervous energy can come from the excitement of being around someone she's attracted to. When someone's brain is focused on another person, it can manifest physically through these little fidgety movements. It's her body's way of channeling all the internal buzz you're creating just by being near her. So, when she can't seem to sit still, or when she's constantly adjusting herself or playing with her hair, it's a strong indicator that you're occupying a lot of mental space in her mind. Number 6. She's leaning in, literally. Physical proximity is a dead giveaway when it comes to attraction. When a woman leans in during conversation, especially when there's plenty of space between you, it's a sign that she's trying to close the gap, both physically and emotionally. This isn't just about hearing you better. It's her subconscious saying, "I want to be closer to you." People are naturally drawn toward things they find interesting or important, and her leaning in is a sure sign that you've got her attention. The closer she gets, the more invested she is in you and the conversation. Even in a crowded room, if she's consistently leaning your way, it means she's trying to create an intimate space where it's just the two of you. She's not leaning in for no reason. She's focused on you, and that closeness is her way of showing it. Number 7. The smile that lingers. A smile can say 1,000 words, and when a woman smiles at you more than usual, it's often a sign that you're making her feel good. But pay attention to how she smiles. A genuine smile, one that reaches her eyes and lingers just a bit longer, is a powerful indicator that you're on her mind. When someone's thinking about you in a positive way, they can't help but smile, even during casual conversation. And here's the kicker. If she's smiling even after you've stopped talking or walked away, her mind is still on you. That lingering smile means you've left an impression, and her brain is basking in the positive feelings you've stirred up. If you find that her smiles seem a bit more frequent, or that she smiles after even your most mediocre jokes, take note. You're in her thoughts, and her face is doing all the talking. Number 8. She talks about you, even when she doesn't have to. When you're on someone's mind, they can't help but bring you up. Even in unrelated conversations, this is a more verbal cue, but it's no less telling. If she finds ways to reference something you said or did, even in passing, it's because her brain is constantly replaying moments involving you. You're not just a casual acquaintance anymore. You're becoming a focal point in her thoughts. This can show up in subtle ways. Maybe she recalls a joke you made days ago or brings up something you mentioned in conversation, even when it's unrelated to the current topic. These little callbacks to your interactions mean she's paying attention and mentally cataloging your words. When you're occupying her thoughts, you'll start hearing more references to yourself, even when the conversation isn't directly about you. Number 9. The hair flip. The hair flip is one of the most classic and reliable signs of attraction. When a woman flips her hair around you, especially while maintaining eye contact, it's a non-verbal cue that she wants your attention. The motion draws your eyes toward her face, her neck, and her overall appearance, exactly where she wants you to look. This gesture is highly subconscious. It's not just about adjusting her hair, it's about enhancing her femininity in your presence. If she's flipping her hair while subtly glancing your way, it's a 1-2 punch of attraction. She's drawing you in, and her mind is clearly focused on you. The hair flip is like a flashing neon sign saying, "Notice me," and it's hard to miss. Number 10. She can't stay still around you. Restlessness around you isn't just a sign of discomfort. It can be a sign that you're making her nervous in the best possible way. When a woman's mind is racing with thoughts of you, it can manifest as constant movement. Whether it's adjusting her clothes, shifting in her seat, or playing with something on the table, she's expelling that nervous energy caused by her thoughts about you. This kind of fidgeting is a physical response to mental excitement. She's thinking about you, and her body is trying to process those thoughts through movement. So if she can't seem to stay still when she's near you, take it as a sign that you've got her attention in a big way. Her mind is busy with thoughts of you, and her body is showing it. So the next time you're wondering if she's thinking about you, don't stress over what she's saying. Pay attention to what she's doing. Her body language is giving you all the clues you need. From the way she touches her hair to how she mirrors your movements, the signs are there. You just need to know where to look, and now you do.